It's okay. Let's go.
With a handshake and a goodbye to her Hamas captors. Yocheved Lifshitz and Nurit Cooper crossed the border into Egypt after 17 days held hostage in Gaza. They were taken back to safety in Israel by the International Red Cross. This morning at the hospital in Tel Aviv, where they're recovering, 85-year-old Yocheved told her story.
My mom is saying that she was taken on the back of a motorbike with her body, with her legs on one side and her heart on another side. That she was taken through the plowed fields with a man in front on one side and a man behind her. And that while she was being taken, she was hit by sticks.
There were people there who took care of all the needs. We can say that to their credit. And they made sure that we will be clean and eat.
Yocheved's husband, Oded, is still being kept hostage. She said that they were split up and held separately in Gaza.
Our hopes from our father and for all the hostages is that they will come home safely.
Israel's military says it is prepared for a ground invasion and just awaiting the orders to go. But there are reports that the US doesn't agree that they are ready yet. Language from some parts of the Israeli government is also subtly changing.
We know that had we entered the Gaza Strip on the first or second or third day, we would have fallen into deadly traps, and that would have meant also probably very important losses in terms of Israeli soldiers. So we are taking our time because we understand that we have to be careful.
Today, the French President Emmanuel Macron visited Israel and met some of the families still waiting for good news. There is hope that the diplomacy is slowly working, but there is also suspicion, particularly in the Israeli government, that Hamas is deliberately dragging out the release of hostages to stall an invasion. The fate of the hostages is dragging out the trauma for Israelis, and Hamas know that. It's not just making any future military action much more complicated and much more risky, but it is also putting pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu, who many Israelis hold responsible for not preventing the terror attacks. The Israeli military has dropped leaflets over Gaza asking people to give them information on the whereabouts of hostages. If you want a better future for yourself and your children, they read, do the right thing and send consistent and useful information about the kidnapped people in your area. In return, they give an uncertain promise of safety and an unspecified financial reward. Whether many or any in Gaza will be willing to help, though, after 18 days living under constant bombardment, well, that is questionable. Alistair Buncle, Sky News in Tel Aviv.